What's up, guys? So, real life, this is the first time ever. I have been on here for some years now, but this is the first time that I'm going live on YouTube. Not just on YouTube, this is the first time that I'm live streaming just in general. So, this is going to be fun. Today, I want to draw ishowspeed. Since it's my first time live streaming, it's fitting to draw the two most famous people in the space, the most famous live streamers right now. So this is gonna be fun. Um, if you guys have seen video on my channel, then you are probably already familiar with my drawing process, but I'll be taking you guys through all the steps in this live stream from the outline, which is what I'm doing right now, until I get to the finished drawing. So yeah, how you guys doing? Hope you guys are okay. I started posting on here about 5 years ago, and I've been posting mostly YouTube shorts, but I know that to be successful you have to post long form content as well. So that's what I'm going to do, and that by posting long form content and going live and being consistent, I'll finally start getting some subscribers, likes on my posts. That would be so cool. So I'm gonna put the camera over here so that you guys can see. I like to start with the head when I'm drawing. Let me increase the brightness. I like to start with the head, and get the likeness right, and then move on to the other parts. And this is my first time drawing ishowspeed, so I post drawings almost every day on Instagram. I like to draw different celebrities, different creators, but this is the first time ever drawing ishowspeed. I have drawn Kai Cenat before, so this is going to be the second time drawing him. If you are on here, just leave a comment, tell me who to draw next, because I plan to do this every week. It's always fun to draw. To me, drawing, therapeutic. It's very relaxing. It's like meditation to me, and that has enough. When I started, actually, I used to find it very, very difficult. It used to be a chore for me, but by practicing enough, everything has changed. Now drawing is one of the most relaxing things I do, and it's just amazing to think about how hard work, practice, consistency can change you so much. I used to dread like drawing. It used to be very difficult for me. And one of the questions I get all the time is like, Omar, are you talented? Were you born with this gift? The answer to that is no. I am not. I have always been, I think, kind of good at drawing, but I wasn't as good as I am now. I'm not too much better than I used to be. So I went from, just drawing comics in school and just being average at this to, getting to a point where I now draw people all the time. And I mean, I've never had anyone like, say that my art is trash. Like I at least haven't heard someone say that in a long time now. And the reason for that is consistent practice that I've been doing. So it's a wonderful feeling to just stick to something for a long time and eventually get good at it to a point where you know you can entertain people with it and just make people happy with it. Because now I draw all the time. I draw every at school, um, home. Do this for fun. I do this for work. It's amazing. So for all the people viewing this, if I have any viewers, I don't know. For anybody viewing this, watching this right now, whatever it is that you love to do, just keep doing it. Just keep practicing. Just keep pushing yourself to get better until you get to that point where you know it's fun. It's fun to do. You're only going to get there through practice, through repetition. It's not easy. Nothing is easy. Nothing worthwhile is easy. So just choose the thing you love to do and practice consistently. And that's what I tell people who ask me if this is talents, if this is something I was born with. I tell them no, and I tell them that it's practice, and I also tell people who want to learn to draw the same thing. I tell them you're not going to expect to get good after 2 weeks of training, after um, a month of training or 2 months of training. You just have to keep going until you stop being trash, you stop being terrible at it. So that's how it is. Um, Alright, guys, the face is coming alive. I'm going to go drink a bottle of water, so I'm going to go bring a bottle of water close so that if I get testy, if I get tasty, I can, if I get thirsty, I mean, I can drink it. So just hang on a little bit for me. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Much less than that, actually. All right, we're back. Um, okay. I see I now have one person on here. Hi, nice to meet you. How are you doing? Um, I really can't pronounce your name. I'm sorry. I hope you're fine. So as you can see, I am drawing I show speed. I just started trying to go as quickly as I can so you guys don't get bored. I don't know if well, I just hope he sees this because I'm going to okay. Yeah. I hope he sees this. Yeah. I'm going to try and and be consistent. So if I can stay consistent, keep live streaming maybe at some point, the algorithm could do its magic and it's possible for him to see it. I've seen I Show Speed react to a lot of videos, so it's a possibility that at some point in the future he sees this and maybe reacts to it. That would be so cool. I've actually planned to go live for a long time now, but for some reason I have just kept procrastinating. And for those of you that don't know, I'm in university, so I've got schoolwork, I've got lots of things to do. But we just finished our exams, so now I have some free time, on my hands, so I can finally do this, and I'm glad. Sorry about that. That's my dog. Uh, so yeah, guys, this is what I do when I draw. As you can see, if you look closely, The face is just it's shaded using the hatching technique. So hatching lines are just straight lines that are drawn, in the same direction. They are same directional lines. So that is what I love to use. I love to use hatching and cross hatching. So when there are two lines overlapping like that, it's called cross hatching. All right, and hatching is when it's just a bunch of lines that move in the same direction. So these two techniques, these two shading methods are the only ones that I use for my drawings. And there's so many types of shading techniques. There's pointillism, where you just, put dots on paper. There's scribbling. If you did art in school, you probably already know this stuff. But I like to use hatching and cross hatching. And I use a ballpoint pen for my art. So what's tricky about this is if you make a single mistake, that's it. You can't erase, you can't fix any mistakes. That makes it challenging and also makes it fun for me because I love things that are challenging because they push you, to be better. Many people that watch me work often, show surprise when they discover that I'm not working with a pencil or a charcoal pencil like most artists do. And the reason for that was actually, you know, I used to draw all the time in school when I was in secondary school, and I would use. I never knew that there were other artists that draw with a ballpoint pen. It was much later on that I discovered. All right, we're live again. Once again, I apologize for that. Um, there's no network here is terrible. I'm sorry. And by the way, guys, tell me where you're from, where you're watching from in the comments. I'm from Nigeria. I am Nigerian, and I'm creating this content from Nigeria. So just tell me where you're watching. Tell I have been drawing for drawing for almost 20 minutes now, and so far so good.